Pisces. My name is Audrey Alison, and this is your August 2014 forecast for the whole month. Thank you so much for tuning in and for liking and subscribing and just being super generous and supportive of this venture of mine. So I also appreciate you booking with me. I'm going to jump into the forecast for you, and it starts with, Uranus is retrograde now in Aries, and now Neptune is also retrograde with you in your first house of self, and also Chiron is retrograde in Pisces with you, conjunct this Neptune. They're working together to give you some clear vision on healing, or to help you with wounds that maybe you haven't seen, or you're healing from, that come to the clarity in this month of August and continuing through the retrograde. So you might be very aware at the top of the month and feeling the presence of both of those, at the asteroid Chiron and the planet Neptune, working together for you. On the 5th of August, we start with a Saturn trining Chiron in Pisces, stationed with you, and Saturn has been in Scorpio for quite some time. This is a trine at 16 degrees. It's affecting your first and your ninth house. So again, awareness in the house of self. And the ninth house is far away, distant travel, philosophies, and higher education. And also maybe some religious or spiritual or philosophical tones to the ninth house. So you could be healing through the faith of religion. You can be healing through metaphysical classes or lessons. Saturn wants us to learn, and with Chiron wants us to heal. So there's a trine is a beneficial, harmonious aspect between Saturn and Chiron. So you'll find that maybe some education at this time, or traveling abroad at this time, could enter the picture and give you a source of healing. On the 10th of August, we have our full moon at 18 degrees Aquarius. This is your 12th house for you. It's right behind you. So this is the spiritual avenue. Full moon being awareness, and there are very deep spiritual tones to this full moon. You would be really good at releasing or letting go of any type of tension, but also addictions if you wanted to. The 12th house is a house where things can be released and let go of before your first house is then affected. So this full moon can bring an awareness to what really needs to be let go of in maybe some quieter aspects to yourself, or personal or private thoughts that you want to let go of in the 12th house, because that is a house of mystery and spirituality, and it's very, very quiet house. Also on the 12th of August, Venus is leaving Cancer, where she begins the top of the month in a compatible water sign, but also then shifts into Leo. Leo is your 6th house, your solar 6th house. And this is health. Venus in the health sector is amazing, because she is bringing she's beautifying this sector and giving a sensuality to it. You could come across some relaxing or spa type of treatments for the body when Venus is in the 6th. You'll want to beautify the body, massage, also the removal of skin and the flesh, and peeling out that layer is what Venus is going to want to do, taking off the dead weight. So keep that in check as well. On the 15th of August, Mercury switches into Virgo, and this is your opposite mutable sign. So this is going to affect your 7th house of soulmates, of marriages or business partnerships or partnerships in general. And Mercury is the messenger. He is the communication planet. So him going into this sign opposite you is going to funnel in some of this positive energy into your first house as well, because the 7th is right across the wheel from you. So I love that. You'll be communicating better in your relationships or your partnerships. You could find, if you're in business with someone, you could find that you're expediting paperwork together more readily and you're understanding each other, and that goes for relationships as well. If you're not in a business partnership or a relationship, Mercury could bring one in, and it's a really good placement for online dating if you're into that. Mercury will make you your communication flow will be better, and you'll be more understood. Not misunderstood, that would be a bad thing. Mercury is direct now, so communications are going forward. Also on August 23rd, the Sun enters the sign of Virgo as well in the 7th house. So in addition to Mercury, you'll have the Sun shining his magnificent glow in that sector. So the Sun will be there for a month, for its 30 days. So that will light up that sector for you and really bring some positive energy into that house of relationships. On the 25th, our new moon is at 2 degrees Virgo as well in the 7th. So there is action for the 7th house in a major way from the 15th on in your month of August. So I would suggest on a new moon to really focus your intentions on what kind of relationship you'd like to draw into your life, as well as if you are in a relationship, this will beautify the energy between you and your current status. It doesn't mean you'll break up with who you're with and, a new person will come in. It's not about breakups. The new moon is just starting a cycle of energy for about 28 days, 14 to 28 days in this 7th house sector. So you could really plant some mental seeds of intention of where you'd like your relationship to head over the next month into the full year, because this is the new moon of your relationship sector for the entire year. On the 25th as well, since Venus will be in Leo will then trine Uranus, who's in Aries retrograde. So this is an exact trine, so this will be affecting your 2nd house of resources and your 6th house of health or daily routine and daily regimen. So you could find potential aspects for this trine between Leo and Aries for you is that your income flow is accessed better when you come up with a new plan in your days of how to structure this, or your daily routine is picking up and entering in more money at this time. Or your health, because of the 6th house being health, you could find that perhaps you're saving money in that area, or since the trine is a harmonious aspect, it wouldn't be that you're spending too much in that area unless it's for the betterment of your health. If your health is currently ailing, you could find more resources for the treatment that you need with that trine on the 25th of August. I have a couple of new decks involved. Well, one new deck involved, so I'm using 2 decks, a couple of decks. This is my standard alchemical deck that I love and I treasure. I love all the signs and the science involved in the tarot. But this deck, I just swooped up from the French Quarter, and this is the new Palladini deck created by David Palladini. And it has 2 double infinity signs on the back, and the artwork is very medieval and just beautifully distributed. I love the illustration and the color scheme and palette that he uses. So I'm going to pull a few cards for your month of August and see what comes up, and then I'm going to draw a card or 2 from my new French Quarter deck. I'm slowly introducing this deck into my life. It's so overwhelming getting decks from all over the world. Actually, a dear friend of mine brought me back a deck from Spain, Madrid, recently, and the Tarot de España, and I love it. So I just need to slowly acclimate them into my life. So here we go. Here's what's up for August, Pisces. I'll pull a 4-card spread for you. The Knight of Coins, the Lover's card, the 9 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. Okay, so these together You are currently the protector of your own health and wealth this month. This is what this card means. Oh, health and wealth. Second and sixth house. Second house of finance and money, and sixth house of health. I can't say that without stuttering. Sixth house of health. That's interesting. Okay, so both of these are lit up for the last week of August with that trine, but this is pretty much the consensus throughout the month. And since Venus goes into your health sector, I'm thinking the word protector is important here. Don't let go of what's important to the physical body, and keep that in mind always as an awareness as to what is important to you in order to maintain your flexibility, your strength, and your preservation of self, of the body. With that might be some healthy amore, some love, some sex. The lovers is attraction and lust and desire and the act of sex itself. So you might have to face your fears and come to terms with what it is that you really need. Instead of talking about it, take action upon it and face the fear in order to be the best source of protection for yourself. I'm also getting, and for those of you who haven't read with me or don't realize, I do channel information. So during readings and during these videos, I listen to my own guides and my own inner voice. And what I'm getting with this spread is that you're really honing in on a lot of private time right now, Pisces, and going internal with that 12th house just before something's going to really, just before you're lighting up, I think next month in September, when a lot of the Virgo is affected as well as it is in the second half of this month. You have to go inward and keep yourself still and honed in on every need that the body requires. I feel like your body's going to be talking to you this month especially. So you want to heed that. You want to listen to it. I'm going to pull a card from my new Palladini deck. Let's see what comes up. Oh, look how beautiful. Justice. This is balance. Not too much, not too little. Watch the intake of vices this month. Watch your consumption. Watch how much you exercise. You know, maybe you're doing too much, and maybe you need to pull back some. This is an air card, and it does represent Libra. However, Libra is your 8th house of sex. So you have to find a balance here between what you're giving your body and what you're not. I think that's the overall message for the month, Pisces, but I love these cards. And just one more look at this card, how beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyallison.com and on Facebook at Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. Have a sweet day. I'll see you next month, Pisces.